of you are college students, by the way. When I served as the chairman of the Utah Republican Party, Rob was the vice chair. We had so many conversations about how do we get people in the college age really involved in the political arena. And that's one of the things that I think has happened from this tragedy. My wife and I were actually at a conference with a bunch of AGs from around the country talking about some really critical legal issues involving DOJ. And we got news of what had happened, and of course we came back immediately, but right before we did, I had an opportunity to sit down in front of a large group and just one-on-one have a conversation for about 45 minutes with RFK Jr. And I didn't know if he wanted to go there, but I started by just saying, obviously what just happened in my home state, I'm sick about it. I mean, it's not every day when this happens, I call up the governor and he starts by saying, Derek, I just got off with the president. So there was a lot of concern, a lot of interest, and RFK talked about what it was like for him when his father was assassinated. And so we have one of the things that I learned from this experience is that Charlie became famous. In some ways, it was almost ironic. He became famous going to universities debating ideas. That shouldn't be weird, should it? That's called irony. That's like saying, hey, someone went to the hospital and got sick. That's ironic. You wouldn't expect that. Going to universities, there's no reason that debating ideas at a university should be ironic, should be hard, but it is. And those of you who are at or have recently been at the higher education establishments in this country know exactly what I'm talking about. What Charlie modeled is how to do hard things, because he went to these places and he had debates, and they were hard debates, and he was not willing to shy away from the hard things, and he showed us, he modeled us how to do hard things. If you watch the funeral, there's a guy with a long beard named Larry Arnn who spoke. And if you don't know who he is, Google him. He's the president of Hillsdale. He talked about knowing Charlie and how Charlie said to him, I want to know what you know. I want to understand these principles. And President Arnn said, Charlie, there's a way to do it. And you must, who remembers the word? Suffer. Struggle, suffer, really work through. And what he was saying is you've got to do the hard things. Anyone can do easy things. Our brain is wired for easy things, but we need to do hard things. What is easy? Spewing venom on X, criticizing other people on X. That's super easy. Anyone can do that. That's the playground of weaklings. Do you know what's hard? Building people up on X. After all, social media algorithms, they really like the divisive, easy tear down stuff, don't they? Do you know what's easy? To divide people. Do you know what's hard? Unite people. You know what's easy? To complain about how everything is terrible in politics and everyone's corrupt and everything is going to hell in a handbasket. Do you know what's hard? What's hard is being Celeste Malloy and working our guts off in Washington, D.C. Or Rob Axson, who's right here. The young, spry Celeste Malloy. Or Rob Axson, who's our state party chair. Or Jason Chaffetz, who was there for a decade fighting his guts out. That's what's hard. Do you know what's easy? Talking about what it means to be safe. It's hard to be Sheriff Brooksby and make sure that we are safe. You know what's easy? It's easy to do what feels good. It's hard to do what's actually good for our communities. Do you know what's easy? It's easy when people criticize you to say what feels good. And you know what I'm talking about, don't you? We've all done it. Do you know what's hard? What's hard is just to bite your tongue. Do you know what's easy? It's easy to believe what's in front of your face, something you can see. Do you know what's hard? What's hard is to believe when you can't see something, but you know it's true, to believe anyway. And that's something Charlie Kirk taught us. And it's one of the hardest things you can ever do. You know what's easy? hating your enemies. You know what's hard? Loving your enemies. Do you know what's easy? Trying to get everyone riled up to burn things in protest when someone we love is shot. Do you know what's hard? Watching what Erica Kirk did. My friends, I've seen lots of feats of strength, sporting events, you name it, but I have never seen anything as strong as a woman who stands in front of the world and says to the person who just shot my husband, and the reason that I'm going to be raising these 2 kids by myself, I forgive you. You want to see strength? You want to see someone doing something hard? That's hard. Okay, my friends, Ronald Reagan once said, freedom is never more than 1 generation away from extinction. Preserving that freedom is hard. Living for ourselves is easy. Remember what Charlie said, get married younger than you think you should and have more kids than you can probably afford. That's hard. These are the messages that he taught us. So I guess my question to you is, are you willing to do hard things? Yes. Are you ready to do hard things? That is how we honor the memory of Charlie Kirk, is by doing hard things, not for ourselves, but for the communities that we live in and the people that we love, so that we can do what Charlie Kirk once said, is leave a legacy. Thank you all of you for being here.